How you doing? This is Dave from South Dublin Strength and Conditioning. I just want to have a quick look at the Bulgarian Split Squat. So it's kind of getting on in the day now, so I'm going to go through this as quick as I can. This is a movement that I guess we use a lot with the athletes pre-season. Use a lot of the online clients as well they have, and also it's one that we kind of feature fairly regularly in the cycles, so we do strength cycles within the classes here. With the split squat, it's one that I really think is underrated. There's not a lot of information out there on this movement, and I just want to run through some of the pointers very quickly. Okay, so first up, the reasons for doing the split squat. Again, working kind of unilaterally here. So again, in comparison to the squat and the bilateral work, we kind of pick one side at a time. Helps keep everything balanced. Also, really good for knee health. Again, we're working the quads, working the glutes, and particularly we're working the VMO and working the glute med. Okay, so sometimes you can find on the bilateral stuff like the squat, for instance, that the glute med doesn't really kick in. Some guys can be quite quad dominant. I think this definitely tends to help kind of balance that a bit more. Also, the rear leg in this one are stretching the hip flexors too, so there's a bit of mobility going on as well. Okay, but like I said, for a pre-season setting in particular, it's really good for that kind of building that strength base, keeping everything or rebalancing everything or working on any imbalances. So I'm going to run through the technique really quickly. Okay, it's kind of just a rough kind of overview of this movement. All we're going to do for setup, and the setup that I teach it in the gym here, is we're going to start with the bench. What I want to do here is kind of get three feet from the bench. Okay, so there's going to be one here. Okay, so heel to toe, 2 and 3. So roughly here. If you've got any kind of ankle mobility issues, you might go a little bit further forward. But generally, for most people, 3 will be fine. And one other thing with that then too, depending on limb length, people might ask, well, what if my knees go past my toes? But again, as long as our knee tracking is good and the weight's on the heels, it won't be an issue. So like we're doing front squatting as well, same deal. Knees will travel past the toes a bit, but it's not going to be healthy for the knee. Again, as long as the heel's on the floor, pushing through the heel the whole time, and knee tracking is good. Okay, so this is my distance from the bench. So what I want to do now is I'm going to get the dumbbells, and again, just really quickly, with regard to what weight you should use, obviously, sensible progressions, but one of the balances that we use here for kind of bilateral and unilateral work is if we can squat at least body weight on our back, we should be able to do at least a third of our body weight per hand with each hand. Okay, so kind of, I guess, even if we're using a barbell on this one, we're probably talking around even 65 to 85% of a back squat. Okay, so it won't be the same weight, obviously, but it shouldn't be too far away either. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to start with dumbbells. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send one foot back. Again, about shoulder distance apart, just lace it on the bench. Again, torso has got to be upright. If I'm leaning forward here at all, I'll be running onto my toes. Again, I'm going to a lot of pressure in my knee. So torso is upright. We get good control on the way down. Heel stays planted. Just drive back to the heel. So good torso. Straight down and backwards. So I'm going to come around the front too. So you can check out the knee tracking as well. I'm not letting my knee cave in. What I want to do here is let the knee just kind of go straight over the toes, chest up and back up. Okay, so even for tempo training, even 3 seconds, 2, 1, back up, 3, 2, 1, back up, okay? So again, the same deal on both sides, keep everything balanced. Again, back leg will do a little bit of work. When we're back here, bottom position, getting a good stretch in the hip flexor as well, okay? So, a few things going on, but basically, try to keep it as simple as possible, because it's late enough in the evening. Split squat, kind of rep ranges we're talking is probably 6 to 8 reps per leg, 3 sets anyway. Yeah, pretty much it. Bulgarian split squat, definitely something you should probably add into your program, especially for athletes pre-season, just to kind of address any imbalances. We've got ourselves set then for more bilateral work, I guess coming towards the end of the season, or end of the pre-season, okay?